Hello, beautiful souls. Lisa here. And today I want to share a story with you all that has been popping up in my mind so much recently. And I remember this memory, this story, like it happened yesterday. But it was probably like, I don't know, 7 or 8 years ago that it actually happened. And what it was this night that I had went pretty hard on the bottle. And it was at a point where I knew that I didn't want to be drinking anymore, especially as much as I was drinking and the way I was drinking. But I was just, I don't know, I felt so hopeless, so powerless. Like, you know, I'd wake up in the morning feeling awful, and I would swear, like, I'm not gonna drink today. And then by 5 o'clock, there I was in the store buying my Jägermeister, and, you know, I would drink the whole damn thing. So it was a really hard time. And I had called my dad as I was finishing a bottle, and I asked him, because, you know, he had put down alcohol for the most part. He would drink here and there, but it wasn't what I was doing. So I called him for advice, and what he said to me was, you're not gonna find the answer in the bottom of the bottle. And in that moment, I just wanted to like throw my phone. And like, he was right. The answer isn't in the bottom of the bottle. But for me at that time, it's like when you ask for advice and they tell you what not to do, right? Like, what you need in that moment is like a step to move forward. Like, what do I need to do? Where is the freaking answer? You know? I know it's not in the bottle. I've tried that. I don't know how to stop, right? So really, I guess the point of this story is that we so often tell people what not to do. You know, like whenever we don't like what they're doing, or if they call us for advice or whatever, it's like, well, hey, don't do that. But what we need in these moments is actually a step towards the progress. Like, give me one thing to do, you know, like instead of drinking liquor, drink chocolate milk. You know, that might have been helpful, although it probably wouldn't have worked for me then. So what I would tell my kids if they called me in this situation is to journal before you drink. What are you feeling before you need that drink? What is it that the drink is providing you? Because really, that's what moved the needle for me in my sobriety journey, which I'm still very much in, was figuring out, why did I need a drink in that particular moment? You know, sometimes it's a comfort thing, sometimes it's a courage thing, sometimes it's, you know, you want to have fun, you want to like let loose, be yourself. So there's all these different reasons that you drink. There's all these different reasons that I was drinking. So it took a while of this journaling to figure out why was I drinking, you know, and really coming to terms with what I was trying to get out of the alcohol, which it very rarely gives you. You know, it might give you courage, but then you might be embarrassed the next day at what that courage led you to do, you know, because it's just so wonky when you're drunk, you know? When there's ways that you can grow your courage without drinking, and then it feels so much more empowering because it's actually you and not you under the influence, right? And so that would be what I would tell my kids, you know, to really question why they feel like they need it in that moment. And then to figure out different ways to get that feeling without the alcohol. So like maybe it's courage. Well, you know, take a deep breath and say that thing that you want to say, you know. And then after you do that, you feel like so much better. You're like, wow, I didn't even really need that drink, you know. But it's such a process, and I didn't think that I could do it, you know. It was something that I thought was unattainable to me in that time, but then I did it. And it was slow. It was so slow because there were so many reasons. There's so much pain in there to like shove down. That was another reason, you know, to numb things. So once you learn how to start feeling your emotions and knowing that it's okay to feel some of, you know, the ones that we want to numb out, learning to give yourself love during those moments, that's really huge. But yeah, that's the story. Like, the answer is not in the bottom of the bottle. It's not. But where is the answer? You know? It's inside of you. And when you dig, if you get really curious, you'll find it. And you will be so surprised. Like, I don't even really... Like, there are some times that I do want to drink, especially whenever I'm in a lot of pain. I still have issues with the fun one, like wanting to have a good time, feeling like I need alcohol for that. But the more fun I can have without it, the more I learn that I don't need it, and then I don't even want it, you know? Like, I'd rather have a glass of chocolate milk than booze. You will learn that you don't like the way you feel, like all these things. But yeah, where is the answer? The answer is in you. And if you just give it a few moments in between when you want the drink and when you have the drink to kind of get curious about what it is you're trying to get from the alcohol, then you can start getting curious about other ways to give yourself that in a more genuine and healthy way. And I hope this story helps somebody. Bye.